Oh my god, your poor dad.
You guys should both mouth it and see if they can guess who's saying it.
Okay, let's do that again.
Okay. All right. Ready, set, go. Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your podcast, but you can choose your sisters. So thank you for joining us and being the fourth Brant sister. You guys don't even know it.
Bailey, I don't know the words to my favorite song, let alone our podcast intro.
What words you do know the song? What song you do know the words to?
Rodeo by Garth Brooks.
Uh-oh, we have a little Frenchie fight going on today. Sorry if you hear a little clickety-clack or some growls.
Tiger.
Speaking of the Frenchies, Bailey used a really funny term the other day that I've just have not been able to get out of my head. And she referred to my son, Hank. She was referring...
Tiger kept jumping up and nipping at Hank, usually on his face.
But he went for his taint.
Yes.
And Bailey referred to it as his ghost balls, which I think
ghost nuts.
It was ghost nuts.
Ghost nuts are even funnier. Yeah, so I hope that helps you guys out in everyday conversation.
It says phantom testicles,
I was
they're
gonna
gone.
say that. Phantom testicles.
There should be a term for that.
And now there is.
You're welcome.
Ghost nuts.
Ghost nuts. That's gonna be my. In Top Gun, how everyone has their call sign.
Jade Ghost Nuts Brant.
They're like, ghost nuts. You good? I don't know.
Yeah.
What would your Top Gun name be?
I don't know. But I guess I'll let Jade have ghost nuts.
It's gonna be Bailey Lurch Brant.
Lurch. Yeah.
Lurch.
Yeah.
You just say Lurch. They don't say Bailey Lurch Brant.
But that's how it is on their name tag.
Yeah, but they just say Lurch.
Yeah.
Like goose.
All right, goose nuts. Wait, is that goose? Goose nuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Well,
now you're goose nuts.
No, you're goose nuts. You're done.
You're done.
Well, do you have a name? No?
Number 2.
All right.
Number 2 is perfect for you. Actually, and more. It's a double entendre.
We
great.
love a double entendre.
Yeah. By the way, can we also talk about how TikTok took down our video of us talking about sharding, and people were really enjoying the sharding. Oh no, they put a community guidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like sensitive content.
Yeah, but why is sharding? Everyone poops.
That's the great equalizer.
Truly, the only book I probably ever read as a child. Everybody poops.
Yeah. And
Classic.
Did you guys know a 1-hump camel makes a 1-hump poop, but a 2-hump camel makes a 2-hump poop?
That is good facts.
Yeah.
I did learn that.
Yeah. So that's just a fun fact I learned from Paige's favorite book, Everybody Poops.
I really like, now that my friends are having kids, I'll get their kids that book, and they don't even have to open the card. They're like, I know who this is from.
Yep, this is from Paige.
A classic.
Yeah.
A classique.
So what do you guys have going on this week? I sound so beat down by this week.
I'll go.
Okay.
It's mostly a brag.
Oh, we love a humble brag.
Flex on them.
Yeah. So we live in Texas, and it's legitimately 112 degrees. I think today was 107. It's horrifying. It's
horrible.
It's toasty.
You're in an oven. It's bad. And also the AC in my car broke.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, and it was very annoying, very daunting. I'm now having longer days where I can't go get it taken care of. But guess what?
What?
Sticks went and took it in. He called Kia, and it was oh, a surprise, there's 3 recalls on her car. Probably should get those fixed. And he got the air conditioning fixed too, and he took it in and did it all himself.
Wow, what a gentleman.
I know.
He's the real MVP.
How's it
The
feel?
nicest thing. Amazing.
Speaking of men, I had a couple encounters, and I feel like I've been a little bit more private with my dating life, but these deserve to be talked about.
Okay.
Well, my friend Eve was in town, and so she was setting up all these dates. So we went out to, so it wasn't really mean. It wasn't it was that kind of thing, but we were out with these guys, and I was just so bored, and I'm like, can we please get out of here? This is so boring. So then we leave, and we go meet up with these other guys, and the guy from the first date was at the bar of the second date.
Oh my God.
And he was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. He was so like, just went right over his head. And I was like, oh yeah, like this is crazy. Like this is just life, you know?
At least you didn't say, oh, I need to go home.
I have a tummy ache.
We did say we needed to go home. We were like, we're going to go home because we're doing a berries class in the morning.
Oh, that's fucking awkward.
Yeah, so then we were out and he just didn't even register it. And then he texted me and he's like, hey, you want to get drinks later this week? I'm like, no, I don't actually.
You need to practice your like phrases of like, hey, this is great, but like I'm gonna move on with my night or something. Like, it was really great getting to know you, but
Should I say, hey, this has been great, but I'm gonna move this fuck on?
Yeah.
Try that one out.
Something like that.
Okay, and then the second thing that happened to me is, you know what? You're right
Because
about
I
that.
bet you didn't even say no to this guy when he said, want to get drinks? You're probably like,
I ghosted him.
I think I'm busy. There
Ghost
you go.
balls.
I ghost nuts.
I'll never remember your name.
Ghost balls.
So, you know what? I'm gonna send up a text and be like, hey, you were really sweet, but no.
Yeah. Just
It was
hey,
really nice meeting you, but I don't see this moving forward.
Yep.
Have a great
Okay.
life.
Okay, so second guy, we met on this app that, you know what? It wasn't Zate, which
Well, that's your first problem.
yeah, that is my first
I
problem.
don't even feel bad for you.
I know. So we met on this app and we were like talking and the banter was good. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is like actually funny. It's hard to find like good banter buddy. Then he like has been very wishy-washy about making plans. And he was like, well, I guess we could I could maybe make Thursday work or possibly Saturday brunch.
Ugh,
I'm
I
like,
guess I could hang out with
I'm
you.
like, wow, way to make a girl feel so special.
Oh, you mean it? Thanks, mister. Can't wait.
And he's like, what times work for you? And I was like, I could do Thursday. And he's like, oh, that's going to be a problem because I have other plans on Thursday. And I was like, then why did you ask me? Why did you say Thursday was available? Like, I'm not asking you, like.
I need you to just stop talking to this person.
No,
This is a trick.
just wait.
Oh my God.
It gets worse. So then I'm like, why don't you just say, because last week he had canceled on me because like a big work project came up, quote unquote. And so I was like, why don't you just say a big project came up? And they went right over his head. He's like, no, I should say I have a family thing. And he's like, what I really should say is just be honest and say, I don't appreciate your sexual advances. And I think we're going to have a very awkward date. And I was like, are you asking a potential future date me to give you advice on how to get out of a potential future date as well?
Or was he talking about you?
That sounds like
I
he was
haven't
talking
given him
about
any
you.
sexual advances. No, he said he headbutted this girl at a bar
Headbutt?
on accident.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
There's a lot of red flags in the story.
I
Spot all
feel
the
like
red
you're
flags.
not doing a good job like explaining this story.
No, because so then I asked him that question. He goes, no, it's not a potential future date. And I said, well, what is it? And he said, I headbutted this girl at a bar. And then he was like, but do you want to just keep talking about our date? And I was like,
No? What date?
no date will ever be our date, honey. That's just not going to happen. So yeah.
Wait, go on.
Yeah, but
so
that's
girl at
it.
the
That's
bar.
it. I didn't want to. That's all he gave me. It was via text. So that's it.
Okay.
All right. Well, now I have ghost blue balls from that story. I don't really know what this is about.
Ghost blue nuts.
Yeah. So that's it. So I'm just, just the apps are very hard. But luckily,
Yeah.
this is the perfect segue. Zate is launching by the time this airs, their As Friends feature should be launched.
No way.
So this is very
I've been
exciting for us.
refreshing the app because I'm like, I wonder if it's there yet.
So if you have the Zate app, then you need to download the update. Yeah. And if you don't have the app, download it. And we are going to be on there, and you can like do friend dates with us.
You can hang out with
gosh.
us.
So I know my friend date is going to be solid core and coffee. And I'm really excited because I want to meet fellow girlies that are down to do like sober stuff with me, because I'm going to like tone down the drinking a little bit. I'm dialing it back because I'm slimming down for my new boobs. What's your friend date going to be?
That's a good question. I think my friend date is still going to be meeting up at a bar for a drink, though, because I get a little nervous and sometimes I need a little liquid courage to meet new people.
Okay.
Maybe mine will be like a trivia night.
Oh, that's right up your alley.
I changed my mind. I want to do trivia night.
You guys
We can go together.
Okay.
Okay, you guys can go together. I was going to say you guys can't go together and you have to branch out, because you two you do everything together.
Well,
yeah, but also we can go together if we each bring a new friend.
a double date.
A double Zate.
A double Zate.
A double Zate.
A double Zate.
Double date.
Zate is an experience-based social app, and it's located in Austin. So for all of our Austin girlies, get on Zate, download it, and find us for friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find us for friends.
Find us for friends. Find friends. You don't have to be friends with us.
Anyways, as we're still on the dating topic, I just need to clear something up with some of my followers on Instagram. I am not dating anybody. I posted a story over the weekend of my friend because we were at a bar where there were a bunch of skulls on the wall and his head matched right in with the skulls. So I thought that was funny. Posted
It was
that.
a really funny picture.
And then I had people DM me, "Ooh, is this your new bae? Who is this? Can we get an update on the podcast?"
You said there is no bae.
And guys, he's married to one of my best friends. Like, we were just all hanging out and I thought the picture was funny. So no dating.
Is this a humble brag that you're getting DMs from the followers? From the sisters?
sure.
Yeah, my stepsisters were DMing me. They were wanting to know if I had started dating somebody that I hadn't told them about. I have not.
Well, do you think you're going to keep us abreast if you do start dating?
I think so. And I can say that I am officially ready to start actively dating.
Wow. That is.
I haven't set any dates up yet, but
But mentally, you're there.
I'm there.
Oh my God, I'm
there.
really excited for you. I'm
Ooh.
excited for all of us because you have really good dating stories.
I know.
I'm really excited to see the Zate process go all the way through.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. So stay tuned.
So we should have our followers help pick out your
Yeah.
dating profile.
So we'll post several pictures, and then you guys can pick how many does it
Like
it's like
six?
6 or something.
I think that's the max.
Just follow us on Instagram and then follow along on Paige's dating journey.
This will be fun for everyone.
Everyone,
I'm
even the
so
boys.
excited.
Buckle up, babes. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Wow.
Wow.
No, it's going to be smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing. Guys, I have another update.
Oh, the most important update.
The most.
waiting.
All right, guys, we have a Bears update. Did you guys know?
I'm going to guarantee you we both didn't know.
I can promise you didn't. Okay, so former Bears defensive tackle Eddie Goldman retired from the NFL at 28 years old.
Oh, a lamb.
He played for the Bears for 6 years. Here's what's crazy. He just signed a 1-year deal with the Falcons, like 13 days. Okay, he got signed with the Falcons, and then 13 days later, he retires. So that's really weird. And it's also really weird because it's rare that someone retires in their prime, like before they're 30 years old. So, like, what went on? Is he hurt? Is he scared of getting hurt? Like, what happened, you know?
Wow. Do you think that's maybe a situation between him and his maker?
Probably.
Also-
He hasn't made a public statement yet as of this note.
Okay.
So, I probably won't give an update on, like, what the reason is.
What if
No, I
it's
think you
really
should.
sad?
It might be really sad.
Set your Google alerts.
You know what? The only way we'll be able to figure out exactly what went down here is if you get us to Soldier Field.
And then we'll do the investigation.
And then-
we'll solve any crime by dinner time.
By kickoff time.
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah, so
I feel like maybe he was just really like financially savvy and was like cost versus risk, you know, like he probably was just saving, investing, and then he was like, I'm gonna hurt myself. This doesn't feel smart. We're gonna give that what was it, a kicker?
he was a defensive tackle.
Oh, offensive. That's what I thought. We all know our kicker's name. Let's say it on 3.
1, 2.
Robbie Gould. That's from like 10 years ago.
Parky, the one who
Forte?
the one who
Parky.
missed the
Forte's
who missed the field goal.
running back.
Jay
obviously.
Cutler?
That's a person.
That is a person.
That's a
That's a
person.
bear.
Was a bear.
Was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Was a quarterback. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a Jay Cutler.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Oh, holy shit.
Speaking of Jay Cutler,
Where's the Tylenol?
I just realized the beauty of that joke. Fuzzy Wuzzy.
wait, what?
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. And we're talking about the Chicago Bears.
I thought that's why you said it, you weirdo.
I didn't know that was going to be that funny. I am so fucking stupid. And so smart at the same time.
You just don't even know it.
I think I'm really stupid too.
That was genius.
Oh my god. Wow.
I'm just
You
picturing Fuzzy Wuzzy coming out in like a Bears jersey.
Aw. We could see that happen if you get us to Soldier Field.
I will dress in a Fuzzy Wuzzy mascot thing.
And then Jade and I will
I'm
tackle
Ghost
her
Nuts.
on.
No,
the field.
I'm gonna wear a jersey that says Ghost Nuts.
Oh, that's cute.
And mine will say number 2.
That's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chicago Bears, please, 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 send
Please.
us, please,
Time is ticking.
Bears, please send us some jerseys.
All right. What a great joke.
That was good. Good job, Jade.
Okay, well,
What?
I
Should
was
read?
gonna say, speaking of Jay Cutler,
Oh.
Kristen Cavallari, her podcast. Have you listened to it?
Of course I listened to it. I'm the biggest Kristen stan.
Okay, that's why I was bringing this up. What are your thoughts?
Okay, well, I just like to preface this with saying that one person in high school told me I looked like Kristen Cavallari.
Whoa.
And so that
So
has
now on
affected
everything-
me.
But also, multiple people in high school told you that you looked like Jay Leno. So how does that band?
And a horse.
Well, and yeah, not great. So I think one person telling you look like Kristen Cavallari outweighs all the other bullying.
It balances the
agree.
scale for sure
Yeah.
because that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
So then I made it my mission to like look like Kristen Cavallari, and I never did. So anyways, so yes, and to answer your question, yes, I did listen to the podcast, and I thought it was really juicy.
I was gonna say, I heard that they spill a lot of tea.
They do spill a lot of tea, and I think it's really cute that Steven's on there with her because they were dating at the time.
Yeah.
And then it really cleared up some timeline on some things because from the jump, I've always been majorly Team Kristen, like fiercely Team Kristen. I had Team Kristen shirt
Yep, I remember that from
shirt.
Hollister.
And I've always like never understood why everyone was so Team LC when LC was the one that was going after Kristen's boyfriend. Because on the show they said that Kristen and Steven were dating. But in the podcast, Kristen kind of clarifies that her and Steven were like only really, I mean, they dated their sophomore and junior year where they were like actually intense.
Her sophomore and junior year.
Her sophomore year, his junior year.
Oh, okay.
And then they had some drama because I think Kristen kind of like cheated on him, she said, or she's like, I don't remember if I cheated on her. She was being shady. And then they kind of had this like, you know, cat and mouse thing when Laguna Beach was filming. And the producers kind of picked up on that. So then they picked up on that Lauren and Steven had this like tight relationship. And so that's where like all the drama ensued. So they weren't like officially, like Steven didn't really cheat on Kristen because they weren't really
It was
fully
like
together.
the beginning of the start of The Hills. When I say that, The Hills is so scripted. It was the start of them trying to
No, it was the
orchestrate
start
something.
of a better way to phrase it would be it's the start of like
Something new.
heavily produced reality television.
Right, yeah.
Because Laguna Beach was the start of The Hills.
That's literally what I just said.
Yeah. Anyways. So, yeah, but it's really juicy. And I was like such a big Laguna Beach stan. So I was very, very entertained.
Yeah, I want to listen to it. Love Laguna Beach and love One Tree Hill, and Steven was on One Tree Hill, so
Oh, that's the guy from One Tree Hill?
it's one of them.
Oh my God.
You know how it's so weird that
I'm a
you know Stephen Coletti as the guy from One Tree Hill.
Yeah.
The thing that was so weird to me is I had no idea that he was going to be in One Tree Hill. So he showed up for an episode and I thought, what a crazy cameo. And then he never left.
Oh, he's like a main character? I think One Tree Hill is like the worst show ever. No
I think
offense.
you're really wrong, and it's sad.
The-
how
I'm
wrong
I
you are.
team
don't think
the
she's
OC.
wrong. I like bad shows.
You can like both shows.
She doesn't, though.
I can't.
Okay.
I'm a Scorpio rising.
Okay.
Let's just get going. This is a quickie. Hi, guys. I'm just wondering if any of your ex-boyfriends have gotten engaged. How did you deal with it? I was dating this guy for a long time, and we broke up last year. He's now engaged after a year of dating this new girlfriend. I'm completely over him, but it's just weird.
None of my ex-boyfriends have ever gotten over me.
Oh.
So none of my ex-boyfriends have gotten engaged to my knowledge.
Question mark?
Question mark?
I mean, the heavy hitters, the main boyfriends.
But they're either really close to being engaged, but I know for a fact that they're dating other people, and that in itself is weird because here I am thinking they're not going to find anybody else.
And then they do.
And then they do.
Yeah.
And here I am, I haven't found anybody else.
Do you want to know what my delusional self thinks?
That none of your boyfriends have gotten over you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when I see them with other girls, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Like I feel so bad that you don't have the opportunity to be with me anymore.
One time,
Okay.
after me and my like long boyfriend broke up, I like went on a like party barge with this new guy that I was seeing, and it was fine, it was new, whatever, and I was like not gonna know anyone really on this barge. So it's like 50 people, a lot of drinking, hanging out. You're committed to 4 hours of being stranded like with this group of people. And the person that my ex-boyfriend just started a date is there, and I was like,
Oh, that's
oh,
awkward.
man. Yeah, so it was
Did
4
she
hours.
know?
Yeah. She
Did
came up
she-
and talked to me.
What'd she say?
She said, when did you guys stop talking? Because I have some questions.
Oh, no. Where was your allegiance? To the girl or to the guy?
I mean, I had no allegiance to her. I, like, didn't know her that well.
Yeah.
But it was...
Also, like, how can she trust you?
I was like, I will show you. I don't know what you want to know. Like, nothing untoward happened. Like,
Yeah, you have
Untoward?
nothing.
yeah.
She's so smart.
What's untoward mean?
Oh,
bad?
nothing you wouldn't want the town folk to hear. I was like, I can be transparent. I don't care what's going on.
In all actuality, though, none of my exes are engaged. I think one of them will be engaged soon, even though they said that they would never be engaged. And one of them, I think, will never find love ever again because I cast a spell on him, and he will never find love.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
no,
I'm
you're
in
not.
just a silly, goofy mood.
Do you guys want to know a funny story about what happened to me one time?
Sure.
Okay. So I technically was like the new girlfriend, but
Technically.
ooh, actually this was Frank. So
I had to get all the names in my head. Okay.
so Frank had been seeing this other girl. Frank had been seeing this other girl before me, but all they would do is hook up, and she really wanted to date him, but since he was in college, he said, I don't want to date you because I want to keep my options open. I'm in college doing my thing. And she said, okay, that's great. Well, he meets me. He asks me to be his girlfriend like the next day.
Oh my
So-
God. What
and-
are you doing?
And I am flattered. I'm heck yes, I'll be your girlfriend.
She tickled his ghost nuts.
So naturally, this girl is pissed because she was dating him or seeing him for a few months and he would never actually commit. Day one, he says, I want to be your boyfriend. So anyways, I know who this girl is and I knew her name. Fast forward to me and him are going to his friend's house, and we get there and everyone says, oh, Spencer's about to be here. And the next person to walk through the door is someone who I assume's name is Spencer, okay? It ends up being that the previous girl, okay? I don't know that because I actually at that time only knew her name. So anyways, she's the only other girl there. So I'm trying to talk to her. I get along with girls really well and she's not having it. And I'm not giving up because this girl will be my friend, okay? She hates me. And I think she's a friend from high school. So how long have you known Frank? Oh my gosh, like tell me more about Frank. And she is looking at me like she wants to cut my head off. Naturally. I end up leaving Frank there with this girl who I think is Spencer by himself. And I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed. See ya. Bye. The next day, he says, wow, it's really cool of you. We're so fine and didn't even care that. What are we going to name her?
Martha.
Someone named their person Martha and Liz.
Oh, cute.
Okay, you didn't even care that Martha was there. And I said, Martha was there? And he said, yeah, you were talking to her the whole time. And I said, I thought that was Spencer. And he said, Spencer's a guy. So that was fun.
Wow.
Good story.
That's awkward.
Yeah, I have a few like having to talk to ex people in like long time situations, like being stuck on a barge for like a long time. It's like that. I have quite a few awkward ones. Tell us if you have anything like that where you have to interact with the ex-partners of your partners.
Yes.
Tell us about the time you had to talk to your ex-partners. Should I go on?
Yes.
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 Okay, this is a long one, so this will probably
start
be the end of
reading.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hi, brother.
My name is
Cassandra
from San Diego, California. I'm
The
not
whale's
sure-
vagina?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say that.
I'm not sure if this is what you typically present on your podcast, as I just started binging your show this past weekend, and I love it.
I guess we'll see.
If you ever come up with a friendship breakup episode, this one's for you.
Ooh.
I like that idea.
Yes. For anonymity purposes, I've used fake names of the bride and bridesmaids.
Nice,
Dun,
nice,
dun,
nice,
juicy,
nice, nice.
foreshadowing. I, 26-year-old female, was best friends with Sarah, 26-year-old female, for over 5 years. Sarah was engaged and asked me to be her maid of honor, which was a huge surprise to me since she has 2 other sisters.
Whoa.
I was flattered. She also asked my best friend, Diana, Carly, her colleague from nursing school, and Tammy, a girl she raved with
Red
7
flag.
years ago, her 2 sisters and future sister-in-law. Sarah became the ultimate bridezilla. She didn't want us to plan her bridal shower and bachelorette. She planned it herself and had me pay and delegate the girls to reimburse me.
Ooh.
Sadly, we all spent over $2,000 for the planning plus our dresses and hair and makeup.
Jesus Christ.
Each.
Yeah.
Holy balls.
And-
holy ghost nuts.
Cassandra's fronting all the money too. That's like very stressful. I was starting to feel like she chose me as her maid of honor because I have a hard time setting boundaries and saying no. And of course, I always want to give my friends what they want to make them happy.
Yes.
I mean, it was for her wedding. I kept my mouth shut because I wasn't familiar with setting boundaries and wanted to avoid any sort of drama. 1 month away from the wedding, I learned that I was diagnosed with an ectopic pregnancy.
Eek.
For those who don't know, an ectopic Wait, do you want to tell us, Paige? Our resident doctor?
I'll keep it simple.
Yeah, in layman's terms. None of that insider bullshit jargon, whatever.
Obviously, that means that the egg gets fertilized outside of the tubes? Or
No,
in
no,
the
in
fallopian tube. It doesn't make it to the uterus.
Yeah. Yes.
It's very dangerous.
For those who don't know, not Paige, she knows.
I know.
An ectopic pregnancy is when the fetus gets stuck in the fallopian tube.
Not stuck.
It's, I think, because it comes from your ovaries in the tube, so it's still stuck.
Well, that sperm just got up there so fast and
yeah,
just...
those were some good swimmers.
They were some good swimmers.
It's fatal and life-threatening, which is why it should be safe and legal to have an abortion when anytime you want, and also when the mother's life is in danger. Side note. I lost my thing. It's fatal and life-threatening, Long story short, I had an IUD inserted for 2 months. Went in to have my IUD checked since I was having crazy pain. The IUD was nowhere to be found.
Holy shit.
My pregnancy test was positive, but the fetus was nowhere to be found during the ultrasound. It was a lot to take in during what was supposed to be a 15-minute appointment.
Yikes.
That'd be really scary. This went on for almost 2 months. I was transparent with Sarah and let her know I was in and out of the hospital because of the ectopic pregnancy, hoping she would understand because she's a nurse herself. With all of the uncertainty of having possible surgery to remove the fallopian tube, I stepped down as her maid of honor because I wanted her to be taken care of on her special day. She then called me on the phone asking how I was. I told her I wasn't doing too well, but would love to be a guest at her wedding at the very least. She then asked me if I was still able to do a speech for her so she could schedule it in with the DJ and that it would mean a lot to her as that's the most important part of having her best friend at the wedding. I told her I didn't want to commit to giving a maid of honor speech if I'm unable to physically do so, if I need to go into emergency surgery before the wedding day, but I would still love to attend and can give her my speech in a letter form or read it to her intimately. To my surprise, she told me if I feel like I'm unable to give a speech at the wedding, then it's best I don't go.
Jesus.
I was shattered. Poor Cassandra. She suggested for her cousin to FaceTime me during the ceremony, so that's what I opted for. After the wedding, I sent my wishes via text and congratulated her and her husband. I saw their photos on Instagram, admired their photos, and continued to scroll. I went to the hospital the day after the wedding for the pain that I had, thinking I needed to get emergency surgery, but they gave me methotrexate chemo to dissolve the fetus without having to remove my tube. Throughout this time, I'm in the hospital. Sarah's blowing up my phone, asking if we were okay because everyone was showing their love on my Instagram posts and I couldn't help that you didn't. So she noticed that this girl
What a psycho.
isn't up her ass about her wedding photos.
Sarah's crazy.
Sarah. I was in the hospital bed. This was the least of my concerns.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about you right now, Sarah.
She kept texting me, asking why I was ignoring her. I told her that I'm busy at the moment and I would talk to her later.
I'm getting a fetus dissolved.
I'm in the hospital.
Yeah. Then she kept prying and pushing, asking why I couldn't just tell her that we were okay. I responded the next day and told her I needed space. And when I told her I needed space, I'd like for her to respect that. I lost it. I told her that she didn't respect my boundaries. I've done everything for her this wedding, whether it was time, finances, emotional support. I did it happily for her wedding, and I was hurt when she told me not to attend the wedding because of that stupid speech, and our priorities are different, and I needed to focus on my physical and mental health at the moment. She said she didn't do anything wrong by wanting the wedding of her dreams. It sounds like she got it. This is post-wedding. Now you're just a wife. Deal with it, She doesn't want to let the wedding go. Little did I know, Tammy dropped from the bridal party the day before the wedding after confronting Sarah about being left behind and used during the wedding planning process. Turns out, Sarah left Tammy at the airport 7 hours away from her flight after the bachelor party to nap. 7 hours. Just bye. Yikes. Carly and Diana attended the wedding as bridesmaids but no longer speak to Sarah after confronting her about being used financially and learning Sarah called us all low income.
Wow.
Anyway, we're no longer on speaking terms. She had her entire family block us on social media. She made me feel like a shitty person for telling her how I feel, saying she didn't do anything wrong and I should have told her sooner. Am I the asshole?
No.
Cassandra. No.
Cassandra,
Cassandra,
no.
you did way too much. I hope you don't feel guilty about anything because
your
you
health
did,
comes first. And honestly,
and Sarah sucks.
Sarah really sucks. And the thing about weddings is people overhype them so much. I was one of those people.
And look at you.
And look at me, I'm divorced.
But you had the best wedding.
I know, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
For that one day.
Yeah.
Actually, it was 3 days.
But you understood that was the day and it wasn't everyone needs to
I wasn't mad about people not coming to things. That's so weird.
How much energy do you think that Sarah expensed during this whole process?
Yeah, think about Sarah's stomach. It must be in knots all the time to actually care about everyone.
Think about Sarah's husband. That poor bastard.
Are you okay? Everyone's been showing me love on my Instagram except for you.
And I noticed that you didn't.
That is so weird. I don't notice anything about my Instagram like in that way.
No.
I notice if my exes look at my like stories or something.
Well, you noticed, remember last week when you were like, oh my God, it's so weird. I got like 20 followers today. Like, I don't even know why that happened.
Yeah, well, because when the follower count goes up, you're like, well, what happened?
It's so weird. They're just like following
It's so weird.
me.
I'm so popular. I'm at 3.1K.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Not to brag.
Wow.
My stories are worthy of more followers, I have to say.
Okay. You'll get there. Cassandra, so sorry.
Cassandra's not the asshole.
Not the
No.
asshole.
I can't even entertain. I think that she also knew she wasn't the asshole. That's why
She
she like,
just wanted
slipped it
to-
in at the end. She's like, and this is the reason I was writing. But really, she was like, listen to this nutso girl Sarah that I used to know.
Sarah.
Do you want me to read the screenshot you sent?
Sure, it's really long, so...
Part of it got cut off when I printed it.
This is the
So, yes or no?
yes.
Yes.
I have a friend.
I have a friend.
I have a dream. I have a friend. We started hanging out in October and got super close over November and December.
Red flag.
It was great. We hung out every day.
Of course you did.
We
Fast
lived at-
friends.
We lived at the same apartment complex.
Oh, I've heard this story before.
So it was easy to hang out and see her versus my other friends who lived on the other side of town.
It's not looking good.
I mean,
I
think it's fine.
I get it.
I know. It. Trust me.
remember that guy who really wanted to be your friend at your last apartment and he'd like hang out in the hallway?
Yeah, that was weird. And
See?
then
Red
when I
flag.
moved out and me and Tyson broke up, he accidentally called me like 2 years after I'd moved out of that apartment complex. And then I missed his call, texted him back and said, hey, everything okay? Like that was random. And he said, who is this? You called me.
You just have my number saved, weirdo. Anyway, that's the backstory.
Okay.
Well, back in March when we were still close,
March.
I bought 4 Morgan Wallen tickets.
Uh-oh. Problematic.
They were on
Why
sale.
Why is that problematic?
I'm just kidding.
You're a bully.
Morgan Wallen was on sale.
Parentheses.
Shocker. Actually, I like Morgan Wallen. It's music.
Jesus Christ. All right. Okay. Parentheses. They are now sold out. And told her that she can come with in September, and she freaked out because she loves him. We haven't really talked about it since. Well, my friend, let's call her Sam, has been excited and telling everyone how excited she is to be going, except to me. She's also been distant and weird toward me since, like, the last week of April. I keep telling myself it's because she's stressed with school and work, and that's what has been going on, but it's still been sitting with me. It still has not been sitting with me very well. Sorry, my phone's messed up. Anyway, sorry, everybody.
Just trying to read around the big black dots on her phone.
Huge black dots. Anyway,
Anyway,
I was over at my old apartment, and she lives across the hall from me, and I wanted to hear about the new church I started going to since I moved and see what my... Oh, wait. She wants to hear about the new church I started going to since I moved and also see what my room looks like empty. That's a weird thing to want to see.
Very specific.
yeah, what is your room? Wait, Jade, what does your room look like when it's empty? That's been weighing on me.
So she came over and asked if she could use the Dyson till I needed it at my place.
Humble brag.
Parentheses, I don't need it because it's mostly hardwood. You have to vacuum hardwood floors.
I have to vacuum these hardwood
This is a lot of
floors all the day.
details.
Well, I don't need it because it's mostly hardwood except the bedroom and we have a vacuum here.
Oh, okay.
Then once she got the Dyson and I was still in the middle of telling her about the church. I'm annoyed because she isn't being that great of a friend. But
She left. You didn't read the rest of it. She didn't read the rest of that sentence. Oh, she walked out with the Dyson before she was
took
even
the
done.
Dyson.
Do you want me to read this story?
No.
She's in the middle of telling her story. She gets the Dyson and she just turns around and leaves the apartment
Okay, that's
before this
rude.
girl even
My
finished her sentence.
Boomer eyes printed out this stuff so I could read it as close to my face as I needed, but now I have to read off this goddamn cell phone. It's hard. All right. Anyway, she left when she got the Dyson, and I was still in the middle of telling her about the church. I'm annoyed because she isn't being that great of a friend, but mostly she's making me feel like I'm overreacting whenever I bring something up to her about how I feel and telling me that I'm being dramatic.
Gaslighter.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
I think we're taking 2 different routes on this.
Her
Oh.
friend sucks.
She might not.
I thought this was a male writer. This is a female writer?
It's a female.
This is
Are
a hot
you
mess.
okay?
They didn't send us their pronouns. I don't know. God.
We have screenshots of the.
I know I can be dramatic most of the times, but I don't think talking to her about how I heard that she was saying I'm a replacement friend while her friend Brittany is doing study abroad and there isn't a need for me anymore
Like,
is
that's
dramatic.
shitty.
That's shitty, but like also, this girl doesn't want to be your friend. Just stop being her friend.
And get that Dyson back, baby.
Yeah, get that Dyson.
And vacuum your hardwood floors. Okay, whatever. I don't think it's dramatic for whatever, bringing up something that was bugging me. So long story short, she isn't being that great of a friend.
Nope.
I agree. And I don't know if I want to bring her to Morgan Wallen anymore, but
You can't.
I
Why
don't
would
know.
you? Why would you bring her to Morgan Wallen? You haven't talked to her since April.
And if you bring her, you're just you're letting her continue to use you for
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen tickets or for a Dyson.
But
Get that Dyson back.
You could be our friend. We love Dysons and Morgan Wallen.
His music.
And just his music.
Morgan
not
Wallen's music.
I don't know how to talk to her about it, / if I should talk to her about it.
Don't.
Honestly, she doesn't deserve it. Just
Here's the thing. We don't chase, we attract. And if you're not like attracting good friends, why are you chasing bad friends?
yeah, and here's the thing. The other thing, she's ignoring you. You said that she basically is flat out ignoring your texts and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
She actually walked out on you when you were in the middle of a sentence when she got what she wanted, the Dyson. So, and you haven't really talked about the Morgan Wallen tickets since you bought the Morgan Wallen tickets. So I think that you do not owe her anything. You don't tell her. And then when she eventually, probably the day of or the day before the concert, says, "Oh, what time are we going to go together? What time is it?" Something like that.
Ghost her.
Just say,
Ghost nuts her.
Yeah, either ghost nuts her, or you can just say, "Oh, I didn't know you were interested in going to that anymore. I actually gave your ticket away.
Yeah.
Suck my ass."
You've been holding my Dyson hostage, and I'm using this ticket as payment for having my Dyson for this long.
Do we know the friend really has the Dyson still?
I mean,
I think she would have mentioned it. Or he.
Or
she
they.
hasn't seen this friend in a
Since
long time.
April.
Yeah,
Since they
it's
got the
July.
Dyson.
This is like when you're hanging on to a relationship because you have a trip planned.
Yeah.
I can say about this from experience. And guess what? It's not worth it.
Ooh, it ain't.
Oh,
No,
it ain't worth it. And guess what? We realized
know
that
what?
before the trip, thank God. And my ex-boyfriend took someone else
A girl?
on his mom.
Oh.
Someone else on the trip with him that he had
cute.
a way better time with. And this was so much better, you know? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes you gotta cut the dead weight, which is what my ex-boyfriend did of me. And he had a way better trip.
And my ex-boyfriend, Tyson, had bought Luke Combs tickets for me and him. And when we broke up, he said, "I'm just going to give you the tickets because..."
And guess who got to go, baby?
And then Bailey got us backstage. So that was really cool. But he knew that we were not going to go together, you know? this is kind of like that. You don't need to bring this person just because you had talked about it when you bought the tickets.
Yeah, this is a friendship breakup, which is why it's a good topic. You know,
For next week.
yeah. However many people send it in.
Next week, let's talk about friendship breakups.
I really want you to talk about a specific friendship breakup.
Oh no,
I know. You probably won't.
I probably won't
You won't?
because even though I like break up with my friends, I'm still like friends with them.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Yeah.
you've never gotten dumped. No relationship you've ever had has ever truly ended.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
You're still
perfect.
practically married.
Pretty much. I wonder if Mark knows that. I don't think he would. Marky. All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for writing in. That's going to be a really hard one to edit, by the way. Cause
I don't think you should edit any of it.
I think
It's really confusing.
lengthy.
That's why I think it's so funny.
Okay.
Because why were you struggling so hard?
Because her
It's 'cause
phone's
the
cracked down the
screenshots.
fucking middle.
But then I gave you my phone and you skipped an entire important sentence.
Listen, someone wrote in a story and they attached a Word document, and that was so helpful. So if you attach a PDF, that'd be great. Double space it.
You're asking a lot.
Here's
they
what
want
you
it,
need
yeah.
to here's what you need to think about. How would my grandpa be able to access this story?
Ooh, you know what?
That's
Send
what
me
you need
readers.
to do for Bailey, because
No, if you're sending in a story, give us the details that we need to know. We don't need to know all of the details. Like maybe we didn't need to know about the Dyson.
no,
we
we
needed to know
definitely
about the
needed to know
Dyson.
about the
Okay.
Dyson.
But like explain it like you would explain it to a mom. But
Yeah,
like with
sometimes
juicier details.
when you're talking to your grandpa and you give too much extraneous information, he's like, what is a Dyson? I'm still hung up on that. Like, as if we were talking to our poor dad, he's going to get hung up on those details. You got to cut the fat.
And we are like that too.
Yes.
Okay.
Me especially.
So next week, write in with your friendship breakups. Maybe I'll get the ghost nuts to be able to talk about my friendship breakups because I have a lot of friendship breakups.
I hope we
Not
don't
a
forget
lot,
about
but,
Ghost
like-
Nuts. Ghost Nuts is my favorite thing
Yeah.
about this episode so far.
But I think I have the juiciest friendship breakups. Actually, you probably do because you have the
I kinda-
juiciest everything.
I kind of think you do.
Maybe you guys are gonna have to refresh my
I was
memory.
going to say, kind of feel like I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Because the thing about me is that I let people in very close, very fast.
Yeah, you really,
as you were
people don't need
judging-
to prove themselves to you. They need, you give them all the trust and then they lose it.
I think
They don't earn your trust.
People are attracted to me. Like the people who like to cling on to things, they like are attracted to
Well,
me.
if you're giving away the milk for free with your friends,
just about to say that.
Okay, we can talk about it next week.
you say, I have 8 teats. I got 8 friends that can come get a little suckle.
What the fuck?
Do mammals have 8?
Probably.
Well,
Okay, this is weird. This is the weirdest episode.
yeah.
It's not the weirdest episode.
Okay, so make sure to write into yourpoordad@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram at yourpoordadpod. Follow us on TikTok at yourpoordadpod. You're probably here from TikTok, so thank you for
Welcome.
coming. Oh, and also be a good find us stepsisters, find us friends, because we need to grow this pod. And if you have any ideas on like how to grow, we're open to listening, honey. We can only do so much.
And sometimes y'all got some great ideas. Help us out.
You're so fucking weird.
You are.
Okay.
Oh, also, Jade and I are matching today.
And if you made it this far, leave us. What should we say?
I think if they made it this far, they got to leave us 5 stars because
If you made it this far, leave a pig emoji. No wait.
a goose emoji, goose nuts.
Oh yeah, no, ghost. A ghost and a nut. Okay, if you've
nice.
made it this far, leave a ghost and a nut emoji on our Instagram post.
nuts, baby. Oh my gosh.
And then you guys will be entered in for a giveaway.
What are we giving away? And then also give
It's
us
something
ideas
really good.
for what we should give
No, we're not
away.
gonna
Oh yeah. No. We
Okay.
don't need ideas. I'll
Okay,
figure it
fine.
out.
We'll figure out the giveaway.
Yeah, we'll give you like something really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Okay.